Okay, let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, so quick GSAT update. Just giving you an update on this one because I am holding a position in this. It's a very small position, but it's just kind of a proof of concept. So, um, I did put a buy signal here. I do have a very small position down here. But what I'm hoping for is throughout the day, maybe we'll get a break of the $1.48 for the psychological 150 break. So what I'm hoping for is a break of the $1.50 so that I can buy later on today, because I'm not willing to hold this over the weekend because we have an earnings report. I never hold earnings report. So Brighton, if you're paying attention, never hold earnings reports because you don't know what the company is doing on the inside. Maybe they have new equity, maybe they have new debt, maybe something's going on. Take a look at Intel. They bought a bunch of crap that they don't need. It reduces the value of the stock because they're tied up in debts. That's why that's why they had to fire 1,500 people recently. So, what I'm hoping for, since I do foresee this breaking the 148 at least. So if we were to take a look at the let's say the 5-minute candle, and I'm bringing up the 5-minute candle because this is typically what I look at intraday. So we got some pretty good things going on. We got a pretty bad start on the day, but that's probably due to the S&P 500. Just all the indexes are doing pretty low. Got a very low volume, but we have the development of the doji right here. High volume on at least relatively high volume on an uptick. Low volume on the downtick, high volume on the uptick. To me, this is going up. So, draw your trend line, going up. Okay, so let me zoom out here. How do we zoom out? All right, all I want is this. So what I am hoping for is a break of the 150, and the reason why I have a resistance at the 150 is simple. It's a psychological barrier. Why do I have a hold or a resistance, if you will, at the $1.48 roughly? Simple, because that was relative to the high of this candle. Now I know that there is the high right here at the 148. Oh, this is 147. So I want the 148, I want the high of this candle. So if it manages to break above this, then we'll be in pretty good shape. So let's take a look over here. So I'm not entirely convinced that this is going to be a complete reversal on this candle. I'm going to keep this trend going. If it manages to break below this, like let's say we get some lateral movement over here, if it manages to break this for the consolidation, for the lateral consolidation, I might sell 50% of my position, because at least like let's say from 1.4 to this, that's still a 4% gain. So that's still pretty good. So what I'm worried about is just a rejection at this level, the 148. So I'm hoping for this to go up to 148. So if we were to zoom in here, got some pretty good stuff. Now, do bear in mind that Thinkorswim is a bit laggy, so I do have my my Fidelity, or the Fidelity account open over here on the right screen. And as you can see, come on. So on Fidelity, right now they're almost equal as far as lag. As you can see, it's almost identical. So either or. Usually Fidelity lags behind like a couple seconds or so, but I base everything off Fidelity. It's just I like the trading platform on Thinkorswim better. But this is the free version for the 3 months, so it's not like the best service ever. But as far as GSAT goes, I'm going to take it up to 148, perhaps sell 50% of my position depending on which direction the candle looks like it's heading in combination with the volume. Now what I could have is like volume associated on this one. So let's make this no, let's not do that. I did have a day trading chart, but I don't know what happened to that, so I'm kind of winging it. But so I'm associating volume with direction. So if I get a big spike on the negative, then I'm going to assume that this is going to go back down to the point of resistance. So right now, things are looking okay. I don't like this small volume on this candle, so I do foresee a little bit of a reversal, which is something that, you know, that I foresee, at least because of this consolidation period. And you see how it hit 147 right here repeatedly. So we might hit some resistance at 147. Boom, there you go. Actually, that's lined up perfectly with Fidelity, but whatever. So depending on the volume, I might be selling 50% of my position right here. You know, so we'll see what happens. Maybe people are putting their puts at 146 because they know that that might be, as far as short term, this might be as good a price as they can get. You know, especially on a Friday, people tend to trade aggressively because they want to close out their positions. So that's all I have to say as far as day trading. That's a very, very simplified look at day trading. There's a lot more that I do, like volume associated measurements, as well as price action, like volume weighted moving averages. So maybe I'll make a video on that if y'all really freaking want that. But as far as I'm concerned, GSAT is heading towards an uptrend, at least until the earnings report, but honestly it can go either way. This is really good candle as of now because there's no wick at the top. So far it's looking fairly favorable. That's it.